Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell. Daily updates. Then I remembered to do it this time. We did the live stream yesterday, and I just put the beer description in the description box. Not this time. There's a link to Keith's channel, and there's a link to the Nerdsense guys channel. So very easy for you guys to check them out. So make sure you do check them out. Bruno, you can come in, buddy. Come on, close the door. Bruno's like just chilling outside my door, apparently.
Anyway. Like Doug's doing a beer review again, just talking to his computer like a weirdo.
He's probably tired of me because we did that beer run today, and I brought Bruno.
Oh yeah,
and then my wife, the three of us went, and then we did a bunch of other errands. So I ended up him being in the car for 4 hours. So he's probably sick of me, actually. Anyway. Let's get into the beer, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the Lost Abbey, and Keith and I looked it up before we started the recording session here, and this is brand new from them, so that's pretty cool. We're going to try something that's brand new. Libri Divini. Am I mispronouncing that? Or how badly? I know I'm mispronouncing it. How badly am I mispronouncing that?
I have no idea. Libri Divini is what I would say.
All right. It's an oak-aged wild ale with lemon and vanilla. And if I remember, I think I did it correctly where that's what the thumbnail for this will be. So it'll be pretty obvious in the description, or in that what the description of the beer is. An oak-aged wild ale with lemon and vanilla. We look to passages to guide us, expecting to find truths, a change to our long-standing beliefs. Stories to keep us up at night, but also tuck us into bed. What causes such power in words? Faith. The belief in a higher power, not to explain love, but to embrace it. There's a cackling of those who will try and deceive, but the chosen will always see the truth. The goal is to see the light and run towards it, never minding the simple truth of mortals, but to understand the words of our divine. I didn't think this was going to get so religious.
That's pretty deep.
I mean, it is Lost Abbey.
Yeah. Do you guys have things on the top of your caps?
Yeah,
I do. Mike doesn't though, which is
Mike
weird.
does not,
and you don't either.
I
Interesting, because you both got the same Dogfish vintage too. So maybe there's something.
That's interesting. Is yours like mine's only filled up to here?
Mine's filled up to here too. Yeah, mine's filled up to there.
Okay. Is that maybe a wild ale leaves some room thing, or maybe. That should be? I don't know. That just seems low to me.
12.7 ounces.
Just a weird shaped bottle, and that's just where.
Fair enough. Serve 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7% ABV. Let's get into the glass.
Let's do it.
I get a little lemon already just having opened it. Here's the... I just poured way more than 2 ounces. I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah, I poured a little bit. I'm saving some for Carrie too.
Whatever.
There we go. That's good.
So we knew some of the beers for the Extreme Beer Fest virtual were going to be just for the fest, and some were going to be new beers. So again, this one will be out there for people to easily. Well, if you can get Lost Abbey easy to get because it's not exclusive to the beer fest.
Yeah.
Did you guys get head? Not really, right? Okay.
No. I swirled mine a little bit, and now there's like a bunch of like rocky, like huge soapy bubbles.
Yeah. Color-wise, it's not that appealing to the eye.
Yeah, it's a little like it. I don't know if me saying the soapy bubbles, but it looks like a saison that has like soap in it. Like it's got, or not soap, but like I don't know how to describe it. It's like maybe like there was some like residual stuff in the glass, and you pour like a nice saison in there, and it just like clouds it up a little bit.
Like a dirty saison color.
Yeah.
It almost like you could, if you told me it had like peach juice or something.
Because when I first started pouring it, that's what I thought too. I was like, it's kind of pink-ish.
Yeah. lemon. I mean, I guess if it's just lemon juice, it's not going to really change the
Yeah.
color much. But yeah, no, that's not the color I thought it was going to be. I'll put it that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Let's get to the nose.
It smells like what they say they were going for, lemon meringue.
Yeah.
Oh,
It kind of has like a lemon cookie thing without the sweetness.
I don't know. I get if you kind of pull, I do get like a kiss, a small little kiss of it, like maybe not vanilla, but like sweetness. Like it's there.
Or not, yeah, the vanilla is there. I just meant like one of those like lemon cookies. Those are a thing, right?
that's
Yeah,
what
no, I know what you're talking about.
But not as sweet.
Yes,
I should have said.
That's
not-
exactly.
Not non-sweet, just less sweet.
And you know what? Oddly, even with some of that, what I assume would be vanilla frosting on the lemon cookie, like, but it's not overly lemony, it's not overly vanilla-y, and it's not overly sweet. Yet, oddly, the thing it's most reminding me of is like an iced lemon cookie.
Iced lemon cookie, yeah. Because I was thinking like lemon cream, like lemon buttercream frosting or whatever, something like that. It smells, yeah. It does smell really good. It definitely has that tartness too, and it has a level of like a level of funk. But I feel like the lemon and everything else kind of overpowers it, which isn't a bad thing.
And I get a little like doughiness or baked bread. Actually, not doughy. Let me retract doughy, but and it's a kind of baked bread. It's something specific as well.
It's I know what you're talking about. Is it a cookie or is it
It's
like
sweet bread?
It's like
bread,
or just
short
generically sweet bread. Yeah.
I'm
But again,
terrible.
it's sweet of a beer. It's weird.
Yeah. I'm terrible at this because I don't eat like any of that stuff. So like I'm just trying to remember from when last time I had it like 15 years ago. Like, oh, it smells like a thing that I had 20 years ago when I was 12.
He's saying we eat like 12-year-olds, Kyle.
Let's get to a glass.
Yeah, let's do it. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
I'm glad we made a point to say it many times that it doesn't smell sweet, although it has these things that are making us think of sweets, because the taste is lacking a lot of sweetness. It's dry. You get that tartness, sourness. Not too much though. Like it takes a special sour for me to like, and I don't think this is too sour.
Mm-mm.
And I still get like a level of sweetness on it. Like the acidity and the sourness does kind of overpower, but like that I'm getting like shortbread. Like there's like that kind of, there's a little bit of sweetness kind of through it, but like the tartness kind of overpowers it. But it does have like, if you're eating a lemon meringue pie and you kind of maybe skip the frosting or just get a piece with like mostly lemon and like whatever kind of crust, like maybe it's a shortbread crust, for example, I guess. But just like that, and then maybe like you have like just like a kiss of like a little like scrap of like the meringue fluff on your plate that you kind of just scrape over it before you take a bite. That type of kind of. So I kind of get what they went for here. It makes sense.
I think it's reminding me of angel food cake. Am I remembering that correctly?
Angel food cake, yeah, it's a light, fluffier, has like a vanilla vibe to it, confectionery sugar type sweetness.
Obviously less sweet than that, but but
I could see that with like some zested lemon on top or like mixed into the batter. I think that's pretty accurate, Keith. I don't think it tastes vinegary, but when I was listening to Sean, what he was saying, I thought was really spot on. But there'd have to be a kid. I like to use the word acidity. I wasn't thinking that, but that is what I'm tasting. So something to up that acidity, whether it is, I don't know, to kind of build off the thing we just said with Keith, like maybe you put, some vinegar into the batter, then baked it or whatever. There's like a little bit of that acidity fighting through everything else we're describing. You guys know this like wild ales and sours better than me, so I'll default to you guys. But for me, as someone who doesn't drink a lot of beers like this, vinegar is one of the closest things I can use to describe it, but it's not like I'm doing a shot of apple cider vinegar or something.
Yeah, I think because I'm starting to smell the oak, and I think
I forgot about the oak part.
I think that's what's giving it that little bit of cakey thing. I think that's what it. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but like, it's, and I don't know for you guys, but the first sip of this, it was like it was sour, and then it was lemon vanilla, but like every sip after that has been like very cohesive as far as the flavors.
And I think that's a lot of sours. Like when you take your first sip of any real sour, like the first sip is really just going to be that jarring tartness.
Yeah.
So, but Kyle, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that exact thing.
Okay. Sorry.
Joe's in the house again. I appreciate Keith trying to remember name brand cake that he hasn't had in 15 years. Props.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's one of the many things that Keith brings to the table.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons, in all seriousness, one of the reasons I wanted to get into the beer so we could talk about it, but then circle back to some other thoughts or, spider web out. But that's one of the things I wanted to circle back with. It is interesting when you're tasting beer, how it can bring back memories of things that you have not had in a long time.
Yeah.
So weird. It's really an odd sensation, but it happens a lot.
Yep. It's just like, it's crazy. Like you just think like, and then it pops in your head and you're just like driving yourself crazy because you've had this flavor before. Like whether you were like 5 or 6 years old, you're like even back like the deepest memories.
No, for sure.
But like, as for like, I really, 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 really like this beer. I think it's very well executed.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, this is something I would definitely pick up again. Because it's not too tart. It's not too, I don't know if I would call it a gateway sour, but it has that level of approachability where you're not kind of killing your palate.
For me, like I'll easily drink this bottle, and I do like this. For me, for my sweet spot where I'm coming from, this would be a really nice beer to have on a flight for me. Like it's like the perfect, I'll use the word balanced flight. This would be maybe the one I drink before the last one that's like a big barley wine or imperial stout or something. Just try to like, I don't know, maybe I get, an IPA in there, maybe like a fruity or fruited beer, then this, then like the big guy at the end. And I think that'd be almost like a nice palate cleanser, but also it's something unique and different. It's not going to, the best part about bringing about beer in relation, talking about beer in relation to food case centers, people can relate to a flavor. Yes, exactly. No, always. And balance. What's that? I don't know. Who likes balanced beers? That's lame.
Yeah, I was, because I am also not I do like sours, but I like sours for me, I don't know. I think I haven't drank enough of them to like be comfortable with like, or as far as like reviewing goes, I guess. Like I haven't had enough of them to like feel comfortable about talking about them. I'm trying to do more of that though, but I was actually kind of scared going into this. I was like sour and then lemon and then vanilla. But this is actually, I really enjoy this actually.
I was under the impression you did drink this style a lot. My bad. It was a Hot Butcher beer. It was a milkshake IPA. Bear with me, everyone, as we're reviewing a wild ale. But it had lemon and vanilla as adjuncts in it, and that did not work for me very well in that format.
That was the one I really liked, wasn't it?
What's up?
Didn't we collab on that one? Maybe not.
We did.
Okay, but sorry, go on.
And it invoked some some things that I didn't like sensory wise, some smells. It was fine, but it was not something I probably would ever want again. So that's why I was nervous about this, Keith, because I was like, oh, it's that same pairing that that beer was like, eh. And for this, I'm like, no, this works fine.
Yeah.
In Last Abbey, they've been doing this for a long time, right? So I think they know what they're doing when it comes to mixing certain adjuncts into wilds. Cold crunch lemon. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember Mike and I were like, this is weird. And then by the end of the review, we were like, this is the best beer ever.
Yeah. Well,
so it worked for us, clearly.
Yeah, not to be gross, but like one of the reasons I didn't like it is because it reminded me of a scent, like what's it called? Poopery, like something you can spray before you go number 2. And we had it that had lemon as one of the scents, and it kind of like brought that memory of like, oh, that's like gross. And then
that's not a memory you want.
No, not when you're well, anytime I suppose, but certainly not when you're ingesting something. So that's why I was like nervous about this, but it's not invoking that same thing. Yeah, for me, I always thought it was a sourness. It might be. I'm using my mouse like people can see me underline acidity or acidic. It's the teacher in me. When I present in class, the students can see my mouse. So I'm like, oh, yes, guys, look at this. Make sure you're paying attention to this part. Highlight in your notes this. But anyway, I'm focusing on the acidic. That's probably the thing that can be too much for me in a wild or sour ale. Not necessarily the sourness or the tartness, but the acidity. Cold Crunch was a fun one, but there was so much lemon, I quickly got sick of it. Yeah, no, I get that. I don't think you would have that experience with this one, Joe. I don't think that it's too lemony, and certainly it's such a different style too. I mean, that's obviously goes without saying. A milkshake IPA versus this wild ale. Keith, you mentioned the oak. I'm still not getting anything where I'm like, oh, this is clearly oaky to me. Are you see an aroma?
It's coming off. It's the cookie part of it. It's the cookie cake part of it is what the oak is. As it warmed up, it comes off a little more oak to me, but it's like the cookie part.
The vanilla in the aroma could, for me, be either vanilla or oak, like the vanilla and you get with oak. It's not vanilla-y enough that I'm like, that's definitely vanilla beans. So maybe some of that. What's that?
I think the vanilla and the oak are kind of
melding.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
But now in the taste, I'm not getting anything that I'd be like, well, that's clearly the oak. I don't know. I'm like specifically oak.
Unless that's giving it out with the drying quality of it too at the end, that it could help with that.
Yeah, just the dryness, I would say, is the oak. It doesn't really come off in the flavor, other than I think it's helping it give that cookie cake vibe to it.
And I, again, cannot overemphasize how weird it is that we're describing this beer with so many sweets, and it's not a sweet beer. It's just the easiest way to explain it. I was going to ask that, Kyle. I always find the difference between the vanilla and I mean, what Sean and Keith, I kind of said my piece about the vanilla. How much does it come across to you guys, vanilla bean and or vanilla from the oak, do you think?
In this beer or in general?
How about this beer first and then in general?
I would say the vanilla for me seems to be coming from the actual vanilla they've added. Yeah. Given the nose and given like the way it comes through on the palate, I would think if it was coming from the oak, then you would get more of the barrel when you're getting the vanilla as you're taking your sip.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
for me, it comes off more of like a fresh vanilla kind of like
maybe because I typically associate vanilla with sweet things. That's why my mind's not going so much to real vanilla in this. I think oftentimes, and maybe I'm giving myself too much credit, I can tell the difference between when it's a vanilla bean versus the vanillin from the barrel. But maybe I'm being a little too generous to myself. You guys?
Well, I think if you're checking just regular beers, like vanilla bean is always, I think it's going to come through usually more so than, and then if you're talking like natural flavors and it's just like vanilla, whatever, that's going to just be that's where you're going to get like vanilla bomb caliber usually. And then, usually with the vanilla coming through with the barrel, I think it's more of that. It's more of a subtle approach that kind of rides the wave when you're getting the barrel and the beer, at least for me.
That's fair. Michael, what's that girl cookie with a lemon? Yeah, you know what's funny? I was thinking that. I don't remember the name.
I'm Googling it.
I have had a beer fish. I'm waiting for the share tonight. Yeah, nice. I'm excited.
And they're shortbread cookies.
Oh, is that what they are? Shortbread cookies?
Yeah.
Oh,
with
cool.
the light lemon flavor.
Shortbread.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And he's doing the EBF tonight too. Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What did you think of last night, Michael? What was your favorite beer? Yeah, so
Michael, have you not had any of the beer or just any of tonight's beers? Because if you had yesterday's beers, definitely we're curious what your thoughts are. I don't know going into it which night I was more excited about, but having the ones we had yesterday and looking at what these ones are today, I'm more excited for tonight.
100%.
Yeah. I think
the shortbread ones are called lemonades.
Okay.
That's a weird name for a cookie. And it looks like, they look like they're just Oreos. But
okay.
Oh no, wait. Oh no. But there are ones called lemon ups.
Okay.
Lemonades, and then there's the whole thing, lemonades versus lemon ups. I have no idea. All right, looks like the lemonades are more Oreo. They have like a bottom and a top and then stuff in the middle. A lemon up has just like a cookie and then some layer of looks like another frosted layer, but no bottom. But now I want Girl Scout cookies. So
the lemonades with each box of tangy lemon icing topped shortbread cookies. So the lemonades are shortbread with the lemon icing. Okay. How was Mortality? So we have this. We've only done this one. We just want to do one before tonight's festivities. So we haven't had the Mortalis. No, I haven't had any yet. I was with it. Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yesterday we did a similar thing where we did one of the beers from Friday night's lineup early, did a live stream, and then finished drinking. We'll had some more of it during the actual live stream that they do. And then we're like, we should do the same thing tonight. So we'll do this. And then we picked this one because like Keith just did, we can cap it, unlike the cans. So we can let it sit for a little bit. Although this is the first one we're doing. So actually almost in exactly an hour, it'll be time to do this beer for the fest. So
yeah.
Oh, is this the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'll work out great.
I never thought we'd be breaking down multiple. Yeah. No. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get in a beer review, beer live stream, and the quality and quantity of Girl Scout cookie discussion. Hello. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's up? Yeah, we're speaking of Mortalis beers. Yeah. Pretty excited for some Mortalis tonight for sure.
Did anybody look up what the
what?
Hold on. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on. Where's
I almost brought up the different beers for time. I'm just filling time, Keith, until you're ready to go, bud. To show people what the beers are tonight. We have this one first, then the Mortalis that I forget which fruits are in it, but they also put in Gushers. And then is the next the next one's a miso stout.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it the lager? Is it the pastry lager?
It's the pastry lager. It's
pastry yeah, so there's a pastry lager. Yeah, whatever. Figure that one out. And then and then there's a miso stout, which is like 10 or 11% ABV, I believe.
Yeah.
And then a triple West Coast black IPA. And then the last one that we're not doing tonight, we'll do another live stream some other time. with the different vintages of the Dogfish Head Old School, which is a barley wine with figs and dates, I believe, are the two fruits that they add. So that'll be some other time that we'll do a live stream with those. Edgy. Just stopped out there. Oh, nice. Yeah, I see there, or maybe we talked about it. I'll get my wires crossed probably, but they just did a collab out here with Fiden, so that was pretty cool. I don't know what style they're doing, but yeah, we've been getting those Mortalis drops every once in a while, so it's been pretty rad. I wonder if I should open my Lost Abbey. P.S. I don't know which batch of Old School barley wine I have because my the stamp was missing.
Yeah,
it should be right there.
Yeah, Michael asked me on the on my unboxing video where the date was, and I said it's printed on the neck, and he said that his date was, which probably means he's got like an old bottle.
Could be.
Oh yeah, that could be. Yeah, you could probably have like if 2007. Lucky.
Yeah. So Michael, they picked from 2012 to 2017. I think those are the years that the vintages are from. So I know that doesn't help perfectly, but it should be between those years. So you got at least a little bit of a ballpark.
Hey, can you guys just? They don't list the ingredients, so I have to listen to the video. So just 2 seconds.
I love that we still don't know what he's doing.
I'm watching the Mortalis video to find out.
He's like, I'll be back in 10. 10 beer. Wow. I still had some left over that was on the menu. Nice. So that means we can have Joe on the live stream too.
Raspberry, cherry, and mango is what he said it was.
In that slushy style, probably mango and passion fruit are the two top fruits I like in that style. So that has me very excited.
Yeah. Strawberry too would be one. Oh, that sounds ridiculous.
Berries in general, I mean, there's not. I mean, I like fruit, so like, it's pretty easy to sell me. But like, berries for sure. Man, I had one from them. I just did the same thing where I'm like using my mouse as if anyone can see the guanabana.
That sounds insane. That's the one where I was like, oh my god.
And it does kick out a little bit of a banana taste.
That's what
I think, and the fact that it has banana in it. But man, look at that!
I love banana in beer.
On a hot tropical beach. Come on,
so good.
We're still doing a separate thing for the Old School, right?
Yeah, we will be for sure. And part of it, more content. So that's always good. No, but like, I don't know. Just like last night, I don't know how much my wife's even going to want to split any of ththese. So a lot of solo doming on my end. So a 15%er at the very end. Yeah, I'm cool. Let's move it to another live stream.
Yeah, I agree.
What's this? Out of the three of you, no, I didn't go in 2019.
I didn't either. That was when they moved it to the Cyclorama, so it was a smaller venue, and those tickets sold out way too quick. But years before, I was pretty much every year before when it was still at the World Trade Center.
Keith, did you go to the actual EBF in person ever?
No.
I was gonna say, because we just talked about like beer fests in general. We didn't get that specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't dislike fresh Bigfoot, but I mean with age, that's one of those ones. Stash away. Highlights. My wife only wants sips. Yeah, well, make sure my wife can't hear me. So she was working on a puzzle and watching TV and calling friends and stuff last night during most of it. So I gave her half of the other half can because she does like IPAs, but I didn't realize she had poured herself wine. So yeah, she got pretty into it last night. So I don't know how much she really wants to get into it tonight. So so Michael, I don't even know if my wife's going to be doing sips tonight. Highlights. I I don't want to. I don't know, man. I don't know if we want to spoil anything or ruin anything. I think all three of us would say the most interesting and good beer was the carton, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, like I think that was kind of our big takeaway was that was the best one. Of them. No spoilers for me, at least. Just so I'm clear, like you don't want us to talk more in depth about it, or you feel like if we did talk about it, it wouldn't spoil it. Because I hate spoilers so much. I don't want to spoil something for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the barley one. Yep.
With cherry and it was bonkers.
Yeah. It was a barley wine.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Out of all the beers.
Oh no, I wouldn't spoil it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
out of all the beers last night, like the.
See you, Joe.
Oh, bye, Joe. Like the carton one is the only one that I can remember, like just off the top of my head. I actually have to think about the other ones because like it's so maybe not the Great Notion, because that one was like criminally not criminally just it was I don't know, it was I can't even think of the word. It was
didn't live up to the hype.
It was just very it was very
make the syrup if you have any left. I'm telling you, it was amazing.
It left an impression, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was
here. I'll go this way. Like it's Extreme Beer Fest, right? So I think there's something like an expectation that we all have, because like what's making this beer extreme, And so like the Hazy O from Dogfish Head, I mean, I did a proper review of it because I misunderstood how it was a bonus beer anyway. So like I would buy that beer again. Like I like that beer this summer. I usually buy some Dogfish Head beer in the summer, so like their lower ABV ones like Sea Quench. So like I could, although this one's actually like 7%. Yeah. But I definitely would buy that beer again. I thought it was good.
I liked it. And Carrie loved it.
Extreme.
No, it wasn't extreme at all.
I think we liked the other half beer. Like it was fine, but like, and to be fair to them, it was a last minute addition. It was not brewed to be extreme. It's to no fault of their own. It wasn't extreme, right?
The most extreme thing about that beer was it didn't taste like another half beer. It was like a completely different brewery brewed it.
Yeah, it was very treehousey in the yeast.
Very treehouse. Yeah. Boo hoo! It was very treehousey. We
Shucks.
Had as we're watching and drinking it, and then the Super Delicious. It's good. It's
not super delicious.
It's not super delicious, and it drinks like a brown ale, which was kind of interesting. If they had said it was a brown ale aged with the maple bourbon, I think I would have been more into it. Although I liked it, and the aroma was freaking killer. That beer smelled.
Yeah, it smelled awesome.
Yeah.
The carton. I mean, we picked up. It was such a complex beer. It was probably the most interesting. No, not probably. It was the most interesting one to drink, to think about, to contemplate, to discuss, to pick apart. And because we did such a deep dive, like for me, I wanted like one aspect dialed back, and I was like 10%. Like that was pretty cool. And then, I mean, that Great Notion, guys. We opened that. That
smelled amazing.
Like breakfast.
Yeah.
Double maple. You got a bunch of maple heads that just have their minds blown, and then boysenberry, like Miley Cyrus, just came in like a wrecking ball and just freaking said, "Oh, you had maple breakfast deliciousness." Boysenberry's here to ruin the day. So, but I'm super excited for tonight.
Me too.
Oh yeah, I was curious about this. So
I guess they did do bottles.
Yeah. So I'm glad we talked on Instagram, and I was like remembering that Augie had said there was going to they made bottles. I just couldn't remember if they were going to sell them or what quantity, because he mentioned he wanted to be able to age some himself.
Yeah, I thought he said like they made 53 or 53 stick. Or was it 153? I remember 53 sticking in my head when he said quantity.
Okay. But yeah, and it was interesting too, and it's something that I've thought about, and he made that point, Augie did, in a can, how much longer in theory it takes to really age a beer versus in a bottle. So the little bit of oxidation I want that beer to have, I don't know how much time in a can it would need to lose that little bit I wanted it to lose, and then where I think it would just be even more out of this world. But I'm glad you're able to get some. That's freaking rad. Yeah.
Is he talking about?
I assume he's referring to the Great.
I think just holistically.
Oh yeah, holistically. Yeah, if we were gonna kind of rate the overall night, I guess we would say we were kind of disappointed.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. Sometimes you go to a beer fest and some of the beers are good, some of the beers aren't. Yeah, like we talked about this. You have fun with your buddies. We had a good time. We were talking while we watched it and drank the beers, and it's.
And that was the fun, yeah, and that's the fun of it, yeah.
Yeah, and if it was an extreme beer fest and we were just drinking that hazy O and that other half beer, I think we would have just been talking about how they were good beers, But like in that mindset of extreme beer fest, and it's like, yeah, these are what these beers should taste like. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like regretting buying the box or anything.
Oh no, not at all.
Holistically, been enjoying the experience a lot.
Oh,
and again,
I am wearing the headband. The headband is here.
I forgot it again. It's upstairs.
Well, yours is all covered in sweat still, probably, Sean.
Oh yeah, it is. That's probably right. It's probably gross.
I'll wear it until it hurts my head.
I'll put it on for the tasting.
Nice, man.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to like diving into this as they talk about it, and I'm curious. I think Carrie's gonna like it. Like her thing is sour beer. She likes the sourer the better. Like her favorite beer is Stupid Silly Sour by it's a Belgian brewery, and it's just ridiculous. Kyle, you'd probably hate it.
Probably. Yeah, I'll see if my wife wants to try a little bit of this. I mean, she has like lemon and stuff. I don't know. But she has like kombucha and stuff. So I think if like that's too harsh, this is too in that realm.
I could see. Yeah, I've had some kombuchas that are pretty tart.
Yeah,
like
she doesn't like it.
Oh, doesn't. Oh yeah. Then she probably won't like this.
Yeah.
But definitely report back.
I'll be solo doming a lot of these. That's just the reality.
Well, and she doesn't like the Mortalis ones. Maybe the triple IPA.
Yeah. I mean, she'll try that one. I think. You know, when I tell her it's a black-owned brewery, then she'll be like, "Oh, okay," and then she'll try and be like, "Oh, I hate this beer." But
oh yeah, it's a black. I keep forgetting it's a triple IPA, but it's a black IPA too.
It's a black IPA.
That's gonna throw a lot of people off. Yeah.
Out of the 5 that we're doing tonight, which one are you guys most and least excited about?
Pastry lager.
Is that both? Is that's probably my both. I'm most excited and like what?
Wait, which one?
Oh, the pastry lager.
Oh yeah.
I've been talking about that since like they announced it. Like that is like the problem is it's like so hyped for me right now. Like I don't think it can even get this high. There's no way it can. I've like overhyped it way too much.
Sean, even outside of the EBF beers, like how hyped is that for beers and that you'll be drinking and like the beers you already have, like that you plan on drinking? Like where is that on your list of just beers that you're going to be trying in the foreseeable future?
If I saw that like that somebody put out a pastry lager, I would be on the hunt for sure. Yeah. Like that seems like something I would just have to try. Like I think if it wasn't through EBF and someone just said that they announced it that was coming out, I'd be like, that sounds really, really dumb, but I kind of have to have it. And if anyone was going to do it, I would almost think it would have to be Evil Twin, because some of the stuff that they've been doing since they launched their new Brooklyn brewery, like they're like pastry seltzers and stuff, like It's the next thing I get. Like that's who I would expect to put that. It's not them. It's modest, but yeah, no. This beer is not just hype for EBF. It's up there for just me in life.
So is that the beer you're most excited for? Because I asked for most and least excited.
Okay, yes, most excited for. Sorry, most excited for. Least excited for. Yeah, I didn't even listen to your question. I thought you were just so least excited for probably.
Actually, tonight is kind of hard. I'm just most excited. Okay. because all of them tonight seem like very interesting in their own way. So, I like none of them I'm really least interested in trying. So,
yeah,
except for the old school because we're not drinking that tonight.
Yeah. Right. I mean, I can answer the least. It was probably this one, and I like this one, which again I think is going to bode well for us tonight but it was cool. I mean, like I'm looking forward to all of them. But if gun to my head, least it'd be this one. But I still wanted to try it.
Actually, I think in my head I was just discounting this one because we already had it and I already like it.
Yeah.
But if before this, I would probably say this was my least excited. But
go ahead.
I don't know what my
Untapped is, or most.
I don't know. Most excited. I'm kind of like super excited about that black miso Russian Imperial Stout.
That's probably the one I'm the most excited about.
Because that's just the pastry lager still kind of offends me, but like I'm excited to try it, but yeah.
The just because I've had a few of them at this point of the Hydras. But because I know I like them, I'm still excited. You know, it's not like I've had some. It's like, no, I love them. So like, this is still cool. Yeah. But the miso, that umami, and I've been using a lot of miso in cooking lately. So I'm really excited to see that in a beverage. Yeah. Keith, I don't know if you saw this question. Are you on Untapped?
Oh yeah. I don't know what my thing is because I haven't used it since I started my channel. So I haven't used it since September, I think.
Okay.
Maybe
so it's not 93 lumber then.
No, it's not 93 lumber.
All right.
Yeah, that's the miso one, right?
That's the miso one, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because like sometimes you get that soy saucy thing in an IPA, in a stout.
An IPA.
Well, yeah. Well, like I don't know. I love miso, and I think that umami thing with the right stout could just be a killer beer.
I think we're gonna take that out of the fridge to get it to a good time too.
We should start a joint brewery and just brew all of the beers that we misspoke. So our first beer would be a miso IPA.
I tell you what, it's weird because of the beers I've been drinking, and then the EBF thing. It's so noticeable for me that I haven't had a hazy New England style IPA in a few days because I'm ghosting that taste in my mouth. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't had like that juicy thing in a while, and it just really goes to show how much of that style of beer I drink. And this has been, and I love that style, but it's just been really refreshing to try, some different stuff, especially this EBF thing. So like, if nothing else, I know the Hazy-O and the other half beer, but to try all these different beers, but like such different out there stuff, like I'm all in on this. Is that what you're drinking right there?
It was the Hot Butcher I had.
Oh yeah.
Mike before this, yeah.
Which one did you guys do?
I gave the rest to Carrie. It was the Normalize the Signal, the Mosaic and Sabro.
Nice. I that's the last one I have to do. So
nice.
I'm excited for it. Sabro.
I haven't opened the app in a while, but I just opened it up. My Untapped thing is Keith Leslie, which is my middle name.
Well, Leslie, like Leslie.
Yes. KEITHLESLIE.
All one word?
Yep.
Okay.
I really should get back into like checking in just for really just tracking purposes.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, so we had. Oh, sorry, Sean. There was a new comment I got excited about.
Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't know it was a female-owned brewery.
I didn't know that.
I knew it was a Brazilian brewery because we talked about that on the unboxing video.
Yes.
It actually, I think it says woman-owned on the can.
It does. Yes.
I think it does.
Yes, it does.
I didn't read that. I'm terrible.
And I mean, the Hops and Crowns is co-owned, a man and a woman. So
I'm actually I kind of regret asking that because I'm actually kind of excited about all the beers tonight. Because I'm kind of excited about that because I don't that's a triple hop or triple dry hop triple black IPA. That's
essentially.
When I first thought it was just a triple West Coast IPA, I probably would have said that was my least excited because it's not the West Coast part. It's just triples lately I'm just sick of them. But once I heard the black IPA part, I'm like, okay, I don't think I've ever had a triple black IPA. So that just already has me interested to try it. But yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, we should probably take a break before we do the real thing at 8:00. Thanks for people who tune in for the stream. For people who are watching it on playback later on, thank you for watching. Obviously, we really appreciate it. I'm over triples as well. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be really good. What's up, Dusty, by the way? And thanks again for the beer I posted today was courtesy of Dusty, so again, thank you. It's got to be a really special triple IPA anymore. But yeah, thanks guys for joining. I appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching everything, and make sure you do check out. Oops, wrong way. The Nerdsense guys, Keith at 93 Lumber, and their information is in the description box below. No Hype Beer Reviews. Bye everyone.
Bye everyone.
Bye.